Does the word zombie ever appear in this game?
No.
So you went with freakers.
Freakers.
And the freakers are undead.
The freakers are alive. No, dead. No, they're alive. Is alive undead? Alive is undead. Shit.
Hey guys, Chopperhawk here, and today for you guys I will be discussing Days Gone. So Days Gone is set to release on the 26th of April and has received a lot of mixed messages over the last 3 years. At E3 2016, Sony Interactive Entertainment and Bend Studio showed an absolute groundbreaking demo that looked amazing, with pristine graphics and gameplay. But since that time, people began to hate on it and criticize it. Now, I do agree with some of these comments, but what I don't agree with is how harsh they have been. A mistake that Bend Studio actually made was releasing way too much information about the game and releasing too much gameplay over the last year. After their E3 2016 presentation, they went quiet, which I thought was a really smart tactic because it meant that people were wanting the game and looking out for anything that was being released. And so what they ended up doing was releasing a bunch of gameplay and trailers, and then people started to look at the huge downgrade compared to the original gameplay. But here I'll show you a bit of the E3 2016 demo gameplay compared to the E3 2018 demo, and you can see for yourself what the difference is.
Be able to find fuel.
Let's see.
Sorry. So the refueling mechanic, and actually you have to find gas to keep your bike going. It's a mechanic we haven't really seen done to this extent before. Can you talk more about that and how it changes the gameplay?
Well, like in this demo, one of the things that Jeff's taking the run and gun approach. So we like to call it sandbox combat. So basically what you can do is you can run and gun, you can stealth your way through, and your goal here is to get and find a bike part, right? So you're here actually for kind of a trivial reason. You've risked your friend's life to come and get a part for your bike. And so that shows a little bit about Deacon's character, but then as you watch Jeff play...
Two-Dog.
It has been announced that there is apparently 6 hours of cutscenes to go through in Days Gone, but I'd imagine they'd be probably very entertaining. And Days Gone is going to take around 30 hours to complete, so that means about 20% of the game is made of cinematics. And in other words, anyone wanting to get a good chunk of storytelling out of Sony Bend's latest title, these guys would be very happy, which is me as well. So basically, it is set in the beautiful volcanic scarred high desert of the Pacific Northwest. Days Gone is an open world action adventure game where you play as Deacon St. John, a drifter and bounty hunter who would rather risk the dangers of the broken road than live in one of the safe encampments. The gameplay takes place 2 years after a global pandemic has killed almost everyone, but transformed millions of others into what survivors call freakers. These freakers are mindless, feral creatures, more animal-like than human, but very much alive and quickly evolving. In the demo, you saw 2 types of freakers. The newts, which were adolescents when infected, and they are opportunistic hunters and prefer to hit and run from the shadows. And then the other thing is the horde, which is made up of hundreds of individual freakers. The hordes eat, move, and attack together almost as one. Some hordes roam the highways at night, while others, like the ones in the demo, have found a food source that keeps them in a single location. Skills that Deacon learned in his prior life as an outlaw biker has given him a slight edge in the seemingly never-ending fight to stay alive. But honestly, will it actually be enough? Days Gone is also a survival horror game, as you obviously know, set in a post-apocalyptic world, as I said before. But it's played from a third-person perspective, which I feel a lot of people like, and I definitely like. In the E3 2016 stage demo, as I'm showing you here, The two types of freakers are newts and hordes were shown, as I just said before, but in the E3 2017 stage demo, infected animals such as bears and wolves were revealed, also to comprise the freakers, and human enemies, which were also revealed to be featured in the game. So the way we the player can complete objectives, it is like in multiple ways. So you can use stealth or long and short range weapons. So you can go at night or you can go in the day to do your different weapons. There's a dynamic weather system and day-night cycle that also features, and it makes freakers weak and slow by day, but fast and aggressive by night. And Deacon's main transportation vehicle is a motorcycle that can be modified with parts to enhance its speed, durability, or maneuverability, among various other things. So we can also craft new items to improve combat efficiency. And just to note, Days Gone's been in development since January of 2015. So honestly, 4 years actually isn't that long, but they did probably announce it too early. The game is using Unreal Engine 4, and John Garvin is the creative director and the writer of the game, and Jeff Ross is the game director. The game was scheduled to be released on the 22nd of February, but then it was delayed to April 26th, which allowed the development team to polish the game, which I think was a really smart idea. The length of the game is a pretty interesting question, given its open world gameplay, and as I said before, Sony Ben has been talking about the Golden Path lasting around 30 hours. That's referring to a playthrough that focuses wholly just on the single player missions. And given that this game is full of side quests, exploration, and random events, you'd expect an actual playthrough to last 50 hours plus at least. There is also heavy rumors of the PlayStation 5 being right around the corner, and the company has also opted out of E3 2019. But it has a number of AAA games like The Last of Us Part 2 and Ghost of Tsushima, which still don't have a release date. But even with all the uncertainty and rumors, Sony still has at least one more PS4 exclusive coming out very soon, which is Days Gone. But a real positive thing about the game is that Days Gone won't actually have any loading screens in its open world, which allows players to seamlessly move from area to area without a forced pause in the action. And considering that this game has hordes of zombies, which will chase you all over the terrain, if you don't have loading screens popping up during these tense moments, it will certainly go a long way to not breaking the immersion the developers are aiming to hit. But seriously, after you hear all of this information about a game that I'm extremely excited for, I'd hope that most people will change their opinion about the game and be without doubt that it could deliver as a game of the year, and hopefully win awards in the future. But if you guys did enjoy, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe for some more Days Gone gameplay in the future, or more of my videos in general. Thank you.
What the hell?
Perfect. Just perfect.